It's your boy El Selector. I'm back at it again. So I'm going to be breaking down Game 6, Raptors versus Celtics, 2020 NBA Playoffs, Bubble Edition. So basically, the game just ended. It was one wild-ass game, I must say. The game was ups and downs. It was all over the place. As far as the game goes, how was it? Some are saying it's an instant classic. I can understand why. Personally, for me, that game was a classic, but it was a very sloppy game. Let's be real, okay? So, Raptors, first quarter, they're basically just getting their ass handed to them. Raptors they couldn't get in rhythm. They had to figure things out. They had to figure out what they're trying to do. You could see it. They were trying to after the game after game 5 they tied up the series 2-2. They went into game 5 and they just got handled to them. They just played horrendous. I did that video. You can check it out. I talked about it post-game, game 5, what they needed to do to work on. Game 6 came and it was just kind of a little bit of the same to start with game 5. You know what I mean? Game 6 it was kind of like, it was a continuation almost. Like they were, the first quarter, they weren't really doing what they had to do. They were just kind of like trying to figure themselves out, trying to figure out how they can get buckets. They were kind of lost out there, you know what I mean? A little bit, not lost, but still just trying to figure it out. Second quarter comes. Raptors were just trailing the whole entire second quarter. They did not look good in the second quarter at all. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't good. You see what I'm saying? I ended up watching the second quarter and I was just kind of like shaking my head the whole entire time. I was like, yo, what am I looking at right now? You see what I'm saying? It's just like, these guys had to figure it out. You see what I'm saying? And it was kind of like, for me personally, I wasn't impressed with what I was seeing in the second quarter from the Toronto Raptors. So, halftime hits. I ended up just saying, all right, you know what, I got a couple of errands I got to run. So I said, you know what, let me go hit up a couple of the shops or whatever and go pick up what I got to pick up and do what I got to do. And basically, I'll just listen to it via, like the radio or whatever the case may be. Whatever the case may be. So the third quarter came back and these guys were basically starting to catch up. So the Raptors got the lead in the third quarter. Raptors got in the lead. Raptors were doing okay. Kyle Lowry was performing. I guess Kyle Lowry is the focal point of the team. If he goes and he performs, he has one of those games where he scores 25 plus points, the Raptors are going to win. Let's just be real. The Raptors, when they play the Celtics and Lowry scores 25 plus points, Kyle Lowry, Raptors win. Kyle Lowry started picking it up. Fred VanVleet helped them. Norman Powell. There was players contributing. They started picking things up and whatnot. So they ended up leading by the third quarter. Fourth quarter came and it was just like, man, the fourth quarter was tough, man, to watch. Honestly, it was one of those kind of quarters where it was just kind of like, there was a lot of errors on the Raptors' behalf. But the Celtics were doing their thing, but the Raptors were still leading and it was kind of like one of those games where it was just like they were leading and it was just like this. Back and forth action. And the Raptors were kind of trying to figure things out. But at the same time, they were trying to close them out. And Boston was trying to close out the Raptors as well. The Raptors, unfortunately, we're not having good play by Pascal Siakam. Like, Pascal Siakam is literally like the elephant in the room. He literally, I don't understand why Nick Nurse doesn't just take him off the court. Like, I still don't understand it. Like, he's not producing. Like, his stats, I can't even remember it, but it was just like, I think at one point I heard he was like, when the analyst saying he was like 5 for 19 or 4 for 19. It was just horrendous. Like, he was horrible. But they still have him on the court for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't understand it. So, long story short, Raptors get into overtime. All right? Once Raptors get into overtime, it's kind of like, it's going back and forth. Pascal Siakam is playing horrendous. There's so many plays where Pascal can basically close the game and ice it for the Raptors. He's getting open shots, open attacks to the rack. Nothing's going in. Kyle Lowry's playing his butt off. Norman Powell's coming in there, playing his butt off, getting to a free throw line, hitting his free throws, and that's one thing I have to give Norman Powell respect for. He was very clutch towards the ending, especially at the free throw line. He missed that 3-point shot, and I believe it was going into the second overtime. He could have iced the game, but he missed that. So basically, we went to second overtime, and Raptors were going back and forth with the Celtics, and then the Raptors basically closed them out. We all seen it. Raptors ended up miraculously getting a good steal from Norman Powell and Kyle Lowry doing some steals and key buckets. But the Raptors, unfortunately, right now still aren't getting the performance that they need from Paul Gasol. They're not getting the performance that they need from Pascal Siakam. So it's kind of like it's becoming a challenge right now, just getting something out of these guys. Like, we need more. We need more production right now. You see what I'm saying? Especially when we go play the Heat next round. If we get Game 7's going on this Friday at 6:30. So 6:30 p.m. So basically Eastern Standard Time. If we beat the Celtics and we beat them in Game 7, we go play Miami. Bro, Miami's loaded. Miami got shooters. Miami got everything. Don't get me wrong. Raptors still got Miami's number. Raptors could beat. I think Raptors can crush Miami. But at the same time, though, they still have Jimmy Butler, and Jimmy Butler still hasn't axed the ground with the Toronto Raptors. We need Marc Gasol to go out there and actually start grabbing rebounds. He's not even looking at the basket anymore. You see what I'm saying? So Raptors, they played a very sloppy game, but they managed to slither it through and get the actual win. So I salute the Toronto Raptors for that. Honestly, there's a lot of work that needs to be improved. We need to get some production out of that bench. Outside of Norman Powell, I don't really see, what's his name? That shooter came in. I forgot his name. The white guy, he came in. He had some production, but he still wasn't really cooking the way he should have been cooking, and he wasn't really getting, it wasn't really enough. It wasn't enough. We need more production off the bench. Like, we need a lot of key guys like the Bouchers and the Rondé Hollis-Jefferson and Terrence. You know what I mean? Terrence, and we need all those guys to come in and just basically give us that next level. You see what I'm saying? And as of right now, like I said, I think Raptors are going to win it in Game 7. It's just been a wild game. Honestly, it's real stressful. I'm not even really giving you a real good analysis on the game, to be honest with you. Because the game was horrendous, man. Like, there's still things that I said that they need to improve. They need to start attacking the rack more. There's an issue with attacking the rack. I don't know what the problem is, but the Raptors players are not doing what they need to do as far as getting to the line. And because of that, you know what I mean? Raptors need to figure that out, man. You see what I'm saying? We need to get to the bottom of that. I don't understand. Nick Nurse needs to tell these guys, get to the hole. You see what I'm saying? If you look at a lot of the key buckets they started scoring at the end outside of those couple threes, a lot of them were coming from the hole and from the foul line. When you attack the rack, there's no big men in the paint. So there's nothing to be scared of. You're going to get to the hoop. Either going to foul you, or you're going to get your shot off, or you're going to get the and one, and you're going to get to go to the line. So a lot of Raptors players need to get to the rack. I understand. You're playing too cute when you're shooting too many threes. The three ball is cool, you know what I mean? But at the same time, let's try to beat them inside. And personally, I think the Raptors got the job done. It wasn't the best job. They could have got them out of there. Personally, I think before overtime, they could have got them out of there within 4 quarters. But they managed to get them out of there in double overtime. So salute to Toronto Raptors. Honestly, I'm going to be doing an NFL review. Basically NFL season is coming up, so I'm going to be doing a review on that. I'm also going to be doing a pregame Raptors prediction. I'm going to be for Game 7. That's going down 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm going to be doing a postgame. Whatever happens after that, Boston Raptors winner, whomever takes it, I'm still going to be doing the postgame. And I'm going to be doing a pregame, so something special. I also got the NFL 2020 season. Basically, I'm going to be doing predictions for that, or what team I think is going to win the Super Bowl and why they're going to win the Super Bowl. I have more content coming, so please check me out. I got a lot more heat. You know what I mean? It's been a long ass day, so you know what I mean? But we had to get this video out. So listen, it's your guy El Selector. I'm signing out. Raptors Nation, Game 7, 6:30 p.m. Let's get it. Let's get Boston out of here, man. It's a sloppy series. Raptors can beat this team, even though Raptors, are playing not the best basketball, not Toronto Raptors style basketball. They still can get these guys out of here. Have faith. Raptors Nation, Game 7, 6:30 p.m. Friday night. Shit, there ain't much going on. You know what I mean? The club ain't open, all that other stuff. You know what I mean? With all this quarantine, depending on where you live. But out here, you see what I'm saying? So check out the game. It's your guy, Selector. Subscribe, hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up. And yeah, I'm signing out. Peace.